It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
To say I'm a Mortal Kombat fanboy is a bit of an understatement. In fact, I was just starting work on a video about the old MK movies when this trailer dropped, but I'll get to that later. I was at the impressionable age of 10 when the first game hit local arcades and caused a shitstorm of controversy about violence in video games.
Or simply rip his head off just to see his spinal cord dangle in a pool of blood. How do you feel about cutting his head off?
I don't know what all the fuss was about though. I loved that shit, and obviously I turned out perfectly normal. I stuck with the games religiously for the first 5 or 6 entries, then I kind of fell off. Recently I got back into them and I've been getting caught up on all the games I missed. I'm glad I did, because this series is at its peak right now. I knew there was a new movie in the works, but I hadn't been paying too much attention to any news about it. But now we have a trailer, and it's fucking badass. One of the first things we're shown in this is Sub-Zero confronting Jax, freezing his shot mid-air, and then taking his arms. Great way to open this thing up. This shows us right off the bat that this is not going to be a PG-13 Mortal Kombat movie. This is going to be a gory and violent as hell rated R Mortal fucking Kombat movie. In the game mythology, I'm pretty sure it's Ermac who takes Jax's arms. It doesn't really matter. They need to set up the conflicts between the characters that are in this movie, and this is a good way to do that. Looks like we have most of the main characters from the first couple games here, with the notable exception of Johnny Cage. He was replaced by this new character, Cole. It's not really a huge deal to me. I think maybe removing the wisecracking Hollywood dickhead character will allow for certain things to play out a little more seriously, so could be a good thing. It looks completely different tonally from the '96 movie. There was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek thing going on in that one, especially with Cage and Christopher Lambert's performances rated.
The fate of billions will depend upon you. Sorry.
Nothing against that at all. I think the '96 movie works great for what it was at the time. In fact, I still think it's probably the best video game movie adaptation we have. Not that there's a lot of competition. So it's still the same old story about these guys coming together to represent Earth in the Mortal Kombat tournament, but it looks like they're really getting into the meat of the characters this time. Looks like we're going to get a lot about the rivalry between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, which might be the most exciting part to me. These two probably have the best backstory of the original characters, and it'll be nice to see it realized on screen instead of turning them both into henchmen with little to do like the '96 movie. All the characters look really good. I'm happy that they went with Scorpion's hooded outfit. Damn, he looks badass. Goro looks a bit off, but I know they're probably still fine-tuning all the CG, so no harm here. We see spears going through heads, parts being ripped out. This is what a Mortal Kombat movie should look like. So yeah, I'm genuinely excited about this one. Looks like it's going to be the Mortal Kombat movie I've kind of always wanted, and it has a pretty good chance at claiming the top spot for best video game movie. Again, not that there's a lot of competition. Alright, that's all I got on this one. See ya!
Nearly as good cut.